It is said that a secret recording from inside the Federal Reserve has been leaked. If what is being said in the recording is real, it's the proof that XRP holders have been waiting for. In this in-depth look, we'll talk about what the person in the clip says, why experts think it's real, and how this could be the biggest transfer of wealth in modern times. Read all the way to the end, because what you do today could determine how much money you have tomorrow. At first, the video clip showed up late Friday night on secure Telegram groups connected to financial insiders. People thought at first that the 47-second audio clip was fake. Then, voice recognition software found a nearly perfect match to a known Federal Reserve policy leader, someone whose digital asset policy talks have been in the news before. In the recording, it's easy to make out the person saying, "We've finished the XRP acquisition framework. The first part starts next week. The prize goal is $10,000 per unit." People in the crypto space were shocked by those exact words. That's the kind of statement that should be kept secret and not brought up in passing in a talk. But now things get crazy. AI research experts say that the voice in the clip has the same pitch and breathing pattern as the official that it's supposed to be imitating. The words and rhythm of the speech sound eerily like other public talks. Now, doubters say that this could easily be made by AI and is a deep fake meant to trick markets, and that's possible. Others, though, say that it doesn't matter if it was made by AI. The question is still who made it and why now? Because the person who put it out there seems to know about how things are going to happen right now. Let's look at the text line by line to see why this is important. The speaker starts by saying, "Liquidity framework finalized." This is a big phrase in the financial world that means a scheme for putting assets into a reserve system. Then it says, "Phase 1 begins next week," which makes me think of a staged rollout. This could mean that people with less XRP, maybe accounts below a certain amount, will be called first to offer buybacks at set prices. Then there was the word that made the internet go crazy. The goal price is $10,000 per unit. It's not just a number. It fits exactly with the valuation models used by XRP theorists who say that for global liquidity settlement to work, the price of the token needs to be high enough to support flows of trillions of dollars. Let's talk about when it will happen. Why would this leak now? Sources who keep up with Fed policy schedules say that next week we'll have a number of private talks about integrating digital assets and making payments work with each other. That's the same language used in XRP documentation and in agreements between Ripple and central banks. Random event? Perhaps. But the coincidence is strange. There are some experts who think this leak could have been planned and was meant to get people ready for what's to come. So now we get to the media ban. It's not possible to find this story in major news sources. Bloomberg, Reuters, and CNBC all didn't talk about it. The story is going viral on decentralized social sites, though. Clips are being sent to Rumble, Odyssey, and X at the same time. They are flagged or taken down every time they are posted. One user said that after sharing it, his whole channel was shadow banned. The darkness has made people even more curious. For what reason would this be so harshly blocked if it was known to be a fake? Everyone is scratching their heads over the story control. Take a step back and look at the pattern. Global financial institutions and blockchain technology have become more aligned over the past 6 months, with BIS announcements, IMF digital policy trials, and now talks between the Fed and other financial institutions. Dozens of studies from central banks have talked about XRP in particular as a way for tokenized assets to get cash. If the Fed wanted to buy XRP at a set rate, they would have a good reason to keep that secret until the buying phase starts. It would be easier to persuade or pressure the smaller holders first, which could be done before going to institutions or exchanges. Whether you think the recording is real or not, the message underneath is clear. A huge event is about to happen. Every sign, from payment lanes turning on to institutional wallets warming up, points to an XRP liquidity event. Insiders are calling it the global ledger switch. The voice that was stolen could be the first clue that leads to full disclosure. What are you going to do in 24 hours? First, keep your possessions safe. Don't store your XRP on an exchange where it could be frozen or taken away. Instead, keep it in a cold wallet. Watch the on-chain infosecond. If big banks or wallets with Fed connections start moving money into wallets marked with XRP activity, That's your proof. Third, keep quiet and know what's going on. There will be chaos if a buyback really happens, and the first wave will be aimed at retail fear. You should be ready to see fake official websites or scam deals. Do not link your wallet to anything that says it is a government scheme to get XRP. Now for the twist. If this is a real recording, then the $10,000 price tag is not just a guess, it's the official price. That means people who sell early could regret it forever. This is done on purpose to make small holders question themselves before the revaluation. Every big financial reset in the past has gone through the same steps. Insiders gather while the public leaves. If it's true that the Fed wants to use XRP as a global settlement asset, then this leak could be their public farewell. Take a step back for a second. Just think about what $10,000 worth of XRP would be. There are about 53 billion tokens in circulation right now. That's more than $500 trillion in market value, which is enough to support global payment systems, derivatives, digital currencies issued by central banks, and transfers between banks. It sounds a little crazy, doesn't it? But not when you know that the total value of all derivatives owed around the world is more than $1 quadrillion. As long as XRP is the payment layer for even a small amount of that. The math does, in fact, make sense. We still need to think about the opposite. What if this news isn't real? What if it's all part of a bigger plot to distract people from real societal changes? It's also possible that it will happen. But even if it does, it will still be doing something useful. People around the world have to now see XRP as a real financial tool and not just a funny joke. The fact that 10,000 XRP is popular around the world shows how much psychological support the story has gained. Watch out for 3 things in the next few days: official words from the Federal Reserve about digital currency frameworks, changes in Ripple escrow accounts, and sudden legal clarifications about asset-backed tokens. These are the things that will really tell you what's going on. You'll know the recording wasn't just noise if those start to line up. It was the signal before the switch. The truth may be hidden by many layers of lies, but the timing, the accuracy of the transcript, and the fact that major media sites have been quiet all point to something planned. One thing is certain: it's either a real leak, a test, or a digital smoke bomb. Only people who are paying attention will be ready for the XRP pricing event that is coming up. Don't give up now, stay cool, and be smart. As we speak, history is being changed, and those holders who didn't worry may wake up in a different world where the number $10,000 is real and not just a dream. Nota bene. Do keep in mind that I am not a professional financial advisor. The information in these movies is only meant to be entertaining. Before making any financial decisions, I always tell my viewers to do their own study and talk to professionals.